He's going to high school next year. He's thinking about Gonzaga.
Really?
Would you recommend it?
Great school. Great school. Athletic powerhouse.
Yeah. Great football and basketball next year.
Where else is he looking?
Bishop Powell.
Okay.
And then maybe McLean.
Okay. Can't go wrong with any of those. So the first
What
question.
year are you?
I'm a junior.
What do you want to do?
Business and accounting right now. I'm working for a bank this summer in Burger King and Florida.
Okay.
Still trying to figure that out. We'll see.
You got plenty of time inside.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So the first question I wanted to ask you was Grover Norquist spoke yesterday, and he talked about he's the head of American Tax Reform.
Yeah, I know.
And one of his goals is to get all the Republican nominees to sign the taxpayer protection plan, which would guarantee that they would not raise taxes.
Yeah.
Do you think that's a viable plan?
Yeah, we can't raise taxes. We got to cut taxes.
Yes,
We got to get our taxes low. So we've never solved any problem in this country, in the history of our country, by raising taxes. So we want to make sure every single politician, and especially every Republican, make a pledge that they won't raise taxes. If they want to raise taxes, they're on the wrong party. They should be the Democratic Party. By the way, neither Hillary Clinton nor Bernie Sanders nor Joe Biden nor Elizabeth Warren, none of those Democrats would ever vote, sign a no tax pledge because all they want to do is raise taxes.
Sure. So going off of that, Hillary Clinton has advocated for the 40% tax or above on the personal income, as well as capital
Closer to
gains.
50 if you include like all of her taxes. She would raise the rates close to 50%, which means the government's going to take half of your income. I mean, that's just absurd, and it's going to lead to people leaving, businesses leaving. I mean, look, this global economy we have right now.
Right.
If we raise our taxes, then people are going to go to Canada, they're going to go to Ireland, they're going to China, they're going to go to Mexico, they're going to go other places. We have $2 trillion that's parked abroad that's from American companies. They bring that back to America if we have lower taxes. Mm-hmm. So that's going to create a lot of jobs. So why wouldn't we want to do that? If you raise the taxes, more money is going to go abroad.
Going off that again, Bernie Sanders has even advocated for taxes going as high as 9%. And a lot of students on campuses like the idea of this because they like the idea of free education.
Yes.
Could you clarify the side effects, the astronomical side effects of such a dramatic increase in
look,
taxes?
colleges now cost, this school costs, Wimberley tuition is $50,000. My son goes to Arizona for less than $60,000. And the biggest ripoff in America today is how much university you're charging our families. And having the government pay more and more of it is actually driving up the cost of education, not driving it down. I think kids should, when they're 22, your age, they should work while they're in college and help pay their tuition. I've been to schools like the College of the Ozarks where the tuition is zero because the kids work to pay their tuition. We should also have more, we should have these universities have massive endowments. They should be using their own endowments to lower the cost of education for the kids. And what is the endowment for? There are 25 schools in America that they could charge free tuition for everybody for now for the next 50 years and not run out of money. Those are the kinds of ways we should reduce tuition costs. And finally, let's start making universities accountable. Where's the money going? How in the world can it cost $50,000 here? It shouldn't. It should cost $20,000. Most of it is just wasteful bureaucratic spending, and I'm not just singling out your school. This is all universities. You get tenured professors who teach 3 hours a week. I mean, that's crazy. Let's make sure that kids are getting a real bargain in their education by starting to do it. Let's do audit of every single university in America and see how the money is being spent, because that's the last thing universities want to do is for anybody to lift up their hood and see how the machine is working.
Sure. This is a little bit off topic, but I recently read an article by you where you expressed somewhat disappointment with the fact that none of the top 3 candidates had any experience as a governor.
Yeah.
Could you comment on that?
Well, I do think governors have executive experience. The presidency is an executive job. By the way, I think even better experience is running a business. So I think Donald Trump is fully qualified to be president. I mean, he's much more, what has Barack Obama ever done with his life? So, you know, you're talking about running a $4 trillion enterprise in the federal government, the biggest enterprise in the world. Yeah, let's have somebody with some CEO experience. So I think senators, you know, we learned with Barack Obama, senators oftentimes don't make very good presidents because they don't know what they're doing. Barack Obama seems like a nice man, but he is not qualified or competent to be president. We've learned that lesson the hard way. So, and by the way, I love Ted Cruz and I love Marco Rubio. I'm not saying this as an aspersion to them, but let's look at selecting somebody in this fragile economy who knows how to run something. And by the way, you look at those governors. You look at Jeb Bush, amazing governor for it. You look at what John Kasich has done, how he's turned around Ohio. You look at Bobby Jindal. You look at Chris Christie's done a pretty good job in New Jersey. You know, we've got amazing governors that have. If you want to see how leadership matters, look at how these red states are, how much better they're doing than the blue states.
Yeah, I personally think that leaders just have the best ability at negotiating and compromising.
I mean, look, you know, senators and congressmen, you know, they just debate all the time.
Right.
They don't have
Exactly.
to do anything.
Exactly.
So I think it's disappointing to me that it looks like, you know, right now it looks like, if you look at the three top candidates, none of them are governors, as you just said, and it's hard for me to see a path to victory at this point for Kasich or Bush or who's the last one? Who's left? Is it just those two? And yeah, it's Christie.
Yeah, Christie.
I'm not looking at somebody. Look, I also think Ben Carson would be a very good president. I mean, Ben Carson, you know, he's a man of great accomplishment, you know, and that is something in a lot of our leaders we haven't had that. Someone who's actually, you know, you look at Ben Carson's story. Somebody grew up in Detroit, went, you know, grew up in poverty and pulled himself up and became one of the great surgeons in our country. I mean, I love that story, and that's the American story. So someone like that would be a great president too.
All right, well, I think that's all the questions I had.
Yeah,
I really
good luck to you.
appreciate it.
Yeah. So you going back to Arlington in the summer, or?
I'm going to Birmingham, Alabama.
Oh, you are?
For working for a small bank down
good.
there.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Do you live up there?
In Virginia, in Arlington?
Yes, sir.
I actually live in McLean.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why my son is looking at Gonzaga. And you keep in touch with your friends from Gonzaga? Or?
Oh yeah.
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 I mean, it's interesting. All the guys I've met